season from absolute hell. Oh my gosh. Frankie Luvu has been suspended for one game now because it was his third hip drop tackle of the season. What? I mean, what are we doing, man? This is crazy. I need y'all all to hit the like button if you're just joining. Goal is one super chat for the day. My guy, Lamar, how you doing, man? My goodness, what is it now? Yeah, Frankie Luvu suspended because that was his third hip drop tackle of the season. So he will face punishments because of that. What the heck? What the heck, Lamar? This is insane, man. Frankie got suspended. Like, bro, what? I mean, this is the season from hell. This is a season straight from hell. I mean, what are we watching? What are we spending our time on? This is insane. You have to be freaking kidding me. I mean, we're going to get killed by the Lions. We are going to get dominated, penetrated by the Detroit Lions. Like, oh my gosh, bruh. This is insane. Make sure y'all smash that like button if you're just coming in. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around this channel. Make sure y'all send a super chat support. Any super chat helps out a lot. That's what I'm saying, bruh. Third hip drop tackle, you get suspended? Like, the season needs to be over. Just end it. Just end the season. I'm done. We don't have any. We're not competitive anymore. Just end the season. I'm done. You know, like, oh my gosh, man. Jayden got hurt 2 times from the hip drop tackles. I don't want the enforcement of hip drops now. Yeah, that's true. That's a fair point. And how many damn times has Jayden been hit with the hip drop tackles? Nothing happened to the defensive player. Yes, you're exactly right. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I guess it's not really time to argue about this. But yeah, you're right. You know, you're totally right. It has happened a lot. They've been, Jayden has been hit by hip drop tackles a lot, and they're going to punish our guy for it. But this is just the type of year it's been. You know, this season is a dream. It's not real. It's not real. It's not real. It doesn't, it doesn't feel real. Like, this can't be real, bro. No, this is not a dream. This is a nightmare, bro. It's not a dream. What's the point putting Joe Witt to the field, man? Like, who cares if they play better if the season's over? Yeah, I don't care. Look, like, what's that going to do? What's that going to do? Make sure you all smash that like button. I need everyone in here to click the like button. Everyone in here, smash that subscribe button. If you happen to be new around here, go ahead and subscribe. And then make sure you send a super chat. Any super chat will be greatly appreciated. Let's see. How horrendous 6 steps forward last year and 26 steps back this year. What a gut punch. Yeah, and now we're going to be without Frankie Luvu. It's just insane. For one game, by the way, this is only one game. I shouldn't be making a big deal out of this. But I just wanted to kick it with y'all, man. I did also want to get this news out to you, though. You ain't lying because they want to win another game this year. Yeah. Yeah, so the NFL is being selective of who they go after. They freaking suck. I kind of agree with that. Again, they did it to Jayden Daniels plenty of times. They've done it to Jayden Daniels how many times this year? And our guy gets punished for the hip drop tackles, and our guy gets punished for it. But make sure y'all smash that like button. Let's get those likes up on the stream. We have 40 people in here already, so let's get up to 20 likes in the stream, y'all. Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button. If there's any new viewers to the channel in here, make sure y'all go and subscribe. And then again, any super chat would be greatly appreciated. Just vent in the comment section. This season sucks, bro. I feel bad for Marcus Mariota. I don't know if he will last. We'll see. Anyone feel like the injury to Luke was fine worthy? Let me see what you say the rest about. Whistle to play dead and dude fell on him with all his weight seemed easily avoidable. Okay, I did see that. Yeah, I felt like that could have held some weight. I felt like that could have held some weight. I don't know if that's fine worthy, but that could have been a penalty in the game easily. Like unnecessary roughness, right? That could have been something for sure. For sure. You ain't lying. They need to end the season because they want to win another game this year. Need to clean house. I'm fine. I'll keep AP, right? Definitely keep AP, keep DQ, but Joe Witt Jr. can go. I'm not really in the mindset of cleaning house anymore. I was last night, but I'm not in that mindset anymore. Just because this is, yes, I'm looking at AP because look at the way you built this roster. DQ, yes, that was a bad decision, but people make mistakes. I'm not really in that mode of cleaning house anymore. Yeah, I've kind of gotten over it a little bit, but some of you are in that. And I respect that. I respect that opinion. Make sure y'all click the like button. Uh, we got 43 people in here. Let's try and get up to 20 likes in the stream. Subscribe to the channel if there's any new viewers in here. Make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe. We got a super chat here. Let me read this. Lamar Bowers, appreciate you, my guy. You always show up and you always show support. You're commenting on almost every video. Appreciate you, my guy, Lamar, for all the support. I'm gonna go like that, man. That keeps the channel going. Really appreciate you, man. Thank you, bro. Thank you for the support. Yeah, let me go like that, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you so much, man. Man, all right. That's really appreciate you. You know what? Since Joe Witt wants to have a horrible scheme, to get him a jersey and put him on the field, bro, come on. I hope the Cowboys don't get Trey Hendrickson because it's interesting that Mozzie Smith is an actor for the Cowboys. I, I don't care what they do at this point. I mean, yeah, I don't want them to get Trey Hendrickson, but it is what it is. We're just on to tanking. We're on to tanking, right? I don't care if Terry Quad falls off. He has to be on the field. Give him one of them shots they take so they can't feel pain. Yeah, I'm not. I play Terry, don't play Terry. I don't really care. I'm not very happy with Terry to say the least. So love Lou, but he hasn't had the same impact since losing his buddies Chin and Fowler. Should not have let them two go. Yeah, we should have not let them two go. Not let them two go. I agree. I agree with you. He's not had the same impact. He's not been the same old crazy wild Frankie Luvu. He definitely has not had the same impact at all. So it's appreciate you, my guy Lamar, again for the $20 super chat. Really appreciate you, man. Thank you. What do they do? What do they want him to do? How else is he supposed to make a play? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So the last hit on Jayden Daniels was a hip drop tackle last night. Was it? I don't know. At that point, I was just like sitting there in disbelief, what had happened. So I didn't even pay attention. But make sure y'all smash the like button. We got 58 people in here. Let's try and get up to like around 40 likes in the stream. Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button. If there's any new viewers and you've never seen this channel before, or you're just not subscribed, don't hesitate. I don't think you'll regret it. Go ahead and subscribe, and then make sure y'all smash the like button on this stream. I appreciate y'all for joining me tonight. Watch language, young man, or I will contact the police. What? Bro, what? Come on, man. Stop playing around. But Frankie Luvu, bro. Frankie Luvu. This season, I told y'all, this last night, if last night couldn't get any worse, I mean, now we have to deal with Frankie Luvu being out for a game. Like, I just can't. I'm so ready for this season to be over. Because it's sickening to watch all that's happened this season. It's sickening to see this. It's sickening to see the downfall of the Washington Commanders. I do still believe that we will be hosting a Lombardi Trophy in the near future. I do believe that. We will be hosting a Lombardi Trophy in the future. But it makes it very hard when you have this bad of a season. Now Frankie Luvu's out for the next game because of 3 hip drop tackles, which, again, by the way, I've seen that happen to Jayden Daniels plenty of times. You know how many times Jayden Daniels has gotten hip drop tackled this season and nothing has been done about it? No fine, no penalty in game, and our guy gets penalized. Against the Lions next week. Just great. Just fine and dandy. We need to draft a quarterback and running back and receivers and linebackers and secondaries ASAP. Everyone. We need to draft everyone. At this point in the draft next year, I'm up for whatever's the best decision. Whatever's the best player. BPA. Best player available. That's what I want in the draft. I don't care if it's a safety. I don't care if it's cornerback, edge rusher, wide receiver, running back. I don't care. Just draft BPA, best player available. And I hate having the word BPA. I hate having that in my mouth so early. But that's just the reality of this year. Yeah, that last tackle on JD5 was a hip drop. Every time Jayden gets hurt, it's from a freaking hip drop, but we face backlash from it. Um, Again, they've been doing it to him all year. So, and then our guy gets penalty. What was the injury on Amos that sent him to the locker room and seemed to limit him the rest of the game? I believe it was a hip. If anybody else could type that in the chat, I believe it was a hip injury. However, I don't think he came back. It was a hip or a hamstring, I do believe. So, yeah, one of those two. Make sure y'all smash that like button if you have not done so. If you're just joining, go ahead and hit the like button. We're trying to reach 50 likes in the stream. I need everyone in here to click that like button to make that possible. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. We got 66 people in here. If any 66 of you are new to this channel and you're unsubscribed, make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. We're trying to reach 3,000 subscribers. Lamar, no problem on the super chat. Hey, again, thank you, bro. That keeps the channel going. You know, really appreciate you, dog. You hit the nail on the head when you talked about their training program. The common denominator is the undisciplined play, which often leads to injury as well. It's all linked. Yeah. Soft tissue injuries, you know, it's all leads back to the training camp program of Dan Quinn. So I agree with you. BPA, we're getting BTA next week. We're getting BTA next week, which is going to lead us to want to pick BPA in the draft. So I believe Lattimore towards ACL. Yeah, Lattimore's out for the year. Lattimore towards ACL. Luke McCaffrey, broken clavicle. Lattimore's done. Lattimore ACL injury. Luke is, again, broken clavicle. So if we were to have first or second overall pick, would you draft a quarterback? No, I would not draft a quarterback. Like for backup, yes, but you're not going to draft that. Like you need assets right now to help this team out. You need assets right now. You're not going to waste that on a quarterback. Like Lil C. White, you know you're my guy, but that's just a dumb question. You know, you know you're my guy though. But no, don't ever consider that. I'm numb to all this. It's one thing after another. I agree. I'm numb to this. You know, last night I was trying not to get too worried, too upset about this, but yeah, it's just like I've seen this over and over again. I mean, how many times? How many times am I gonna have to deal with this? What would you do with your first round pick this year? Again, BPA, best player available. And we're getting all these draft talk. I love this draft talk, guys. I love this draft talk. That's the point we're at. Our season's over before Thanksgiving. It really sucks, man. I need all of y'all to smash that like button. Everybody in here, make sure you go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to join the community. We're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers, and we're vastly approaching. Make sure you all smash that subscribe button. Make sure you all smash that like button on this stream. I need all of y'all to click the like button on this stream. Really helps me out. Helps the channel grow exponentially, and it's free for you. I would, back to this comment, I would go BPA, best player available, whoever that best player available is. Again, I don't care if it's a safety, cornerback, wide receiver, running back. I don't care. You're going best player available. And only position you can't draft is a quarterback. Because, again, the only thing we have is a quarterback. So, Carter, they might elevate you from the fan squad to be wide receiver 2 next week. Hey, I used to play wide receiver back in the day. I'll show up. Like you got Traylon Burks out there. You got guys like him. I'll show up. Like Daniels is overrated. The next RG3. I don't subscribe to that. I don't subscribe to that. That's the low hanging fruit right now. That's the low hanging fruit to call him that. It is what it is. You guys can call him what you want. I don't subscribe to that theory. It's just two different injuries. It's just two different players. And by the way, speaking of RG3, don't you love how RG3 makes it about himself? Don't you love how RG3 posts videos of himself on Twitter, basically crying, just sitting there looking at his TV screen? Don't you love it? How he always finds a way to get it back to himself. I hate that guy. But we're not here to talk about him because he's a loser. If it's me and we have a top 10 pick, right now we have the 10th pick, and that's probably going to go up. and Downs, Burns, or the Auburn person, and none are there, I would trade back. Yeah, you could trade back to get more draft capital. You could do that. You're gonna have so many options this year. So I'm drafting Cornell Tate. Oh yeah, yeah. Cornell Tate is a very good player. I could see him getting drafted. I'm not drafting a quarterback. I was kidding, man. Sorry, it was dumb. But you, my guy, love the channel, man. Hey, appreciate you. Hey, yeah, I was kind of joking, but yeah, I figured you were joking too. But yeah, Cornell Tate, that's a good draft pick. Why was he suspended? So 3 hip drop tackles. So apparently, when you reach 3 hip drop tackles, which is what Frankie Luvu did last night, uh, I guess you get suspended. So if all this happened last year, it wouldn't have hurt as bad. Um, exactly. That's a great point, Greg. If all this would have happened last year, it would have been like, okay, we're the same team, with the same team. But in some way, it's kind of like we needed last year because we needed hope. But yes, I kind of agree because we would have just been the same old Commanders if it were last year. Same old Commanders, same old thing. So I can see your point there. Following up such a great year with this is really tough. Yeah, it's really tough to see your team go to the NFC Championship and then ultimately fall this short of anything this year. It hurts. It hurts. But I guess this is the nature of the NFL, and it only happens to us. Only happens to us. Only happens to us, guys. It sucks. It really does suck. If there's any new viewers to the channel in here, make sure you guys go ahead and click that subscribe button. I need all of y'all new viewers in the chat right now. Click the subscribe button. It would be greatly appreciated. We're trying to reach 3,000 subscribers. Make sure y'all go ahead and click the subscribe button. That would be greatly appreciated. What players do you think will not be back for next season? Oh, there's going to be a boatload. There's going to be a boatload at the end of the day. You have so many one-year contracts. There's going to be a lot. I can't tell you. I can't even list all of them. There's going to be a lot. And trades and stuff. Change it back to the Redskins. I wish, but you saw what happened when we were the Redskins last night, right? You saw what happened when we were the Redskins last night when we had our old uniforms on. All I've ever seen is losing in Redskins uniforms. That's all I've ever seen is losing in these Redskins uniforms. So in some ways, I don't even want to go back because, again, all I've seen is losing in these uniforms. I've never seen a Super Bowl. I've never seen anything good in these Redskins uniforms. However, in a Commanders uniform, I have seen an NFC championship. So it's in some ways, it's like I don't even want that crap. In some ways. So the only other win I want them to get is on Christmas. We need that one. Yeah, bro. I can't be sitting. I can't be sitting there in front of the TV on Christmas eating some good food, presents under the tree, big tree up. I can't be sitting there and see my team getting killed. That's again, that's the only other win I want to. Like at that point, on that day, I'm going to forget about the tanking. That's the only other win I want to. I agree. I agree. I can't even talk trash anymore. Yeah, there's no trash to be talked, to be said. There's none of it. You can't. Bro, I say trade everyone we can get. We can and get as much value and draft, build through the draft, and try and get more, younger through free agency. Yeah, ultimately, you want to get younger through the draft. You get longer contracts through the draft. You get younger players through the draft. The draft is the way to go, but ultimately, some of the rebuilding has to be done through free agency as well. So you bring up a good point. Yeah. Did you get to see Clinton Portis? No, I did not. No, I did not. So, no, I did not get to see him. I got to see nothing good in those uniforms. Nothing good in those uniforms. Again, that's why I'm scarred. Nothing good in those uniforms. This team here, I'm used to it. Been a fan for 40 plus years. Yeah, I feel for you. I feel for everybody. Like it's just hard. It's just hard. A player can't play football because they too busy trying to shine for the cameras. Yeah, this ultimately like, and I hate to say this about him, but like Dwayne Haskins, Dwayne Haskins, Chase Young, those guys are just they just wanted the cameras, they just wanted the attention. And how am I talking about these guys right now? I don't know, but those guys just wanted the attention. They didn't care about the hard work or anything. To some, some players are like that. But make sure y'all smash that like button. Let's get to 50 likes in the stream. We have 61 people in here. Let's try and get to 50 likes in the stream, y'all. Smash that like button for me. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button. If there's anybody new to this channel, make sure you go ahead and click that subscribe button. It would be greatly appreciated. Again, we are on the road to 3,000 subscribers on this channel. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe to help me reach that goal. JD5 is the real deal. I agree. I agree. And he had really no weapons on the field last night to help him, but he's got to do a better job of taking care of himself over the course of his career going forward. This is that's the part of the progression that we're at with Jayden Daniels. The part of the progression that we're at with Jayden Daniels is when you had Jalen Lane wide open in the end zone, the part of that progression is, as Jayden Daniels, what we're trying to get him up to is you're not just going to sit there and ultimately go run for those 8 yards up the sideline. Yes, you can get 8 yards up the sideline, but you want 48-yard touchdown. You want to find a point where JD sits in the pocket and throws a 48-yard touchdown instead of running for those 8 extra yards out of bounds, right? That's the point where we're at with Jayden Daniels. That's what we're trying to get him to do, and he's going to work on that, and he's going to take better care of himself. Part of taking care of yourself is just standing in the pocket and throwing that 48-yard touchdown instead of trying to run everything and be the superhero. His mind, he has to understand things better. But yes, I do believe he's the real deal. Yes, he gets injured a lot, but he is the real deal. We really need a new, young, fast players because this team is old and very slow and plenty of injuries this year. Yeah. And injuries, that starts with taking camp more serious. That's something that Dan Quinn has to improve on. You have to take camp more serious if you're Dan Quinn. That's what he has to do. But yeah, I agree with the rest of that. What would you make? What would make you happy for a trade for Payne? 4th, 5th rounder, 6th rounder. Because at this point, you're trading guys for whatever you can get. You're trading guys for whatever you can get. So yeah, anything like that. 4th, 5th rounder, if you can even get that out of him. I'm trading him because we're selling everything. Matter of fact, I got to keep checking my phone to make sure we don't make any trades. Because if we do make trades, obviously I got to cover it. So, yeah, I got to check my phone a lot. But no trades as of now for this team. Tell that to Shannon Sharp. Oh, he's not replying to me. Okay. Many reporters around this league believe we will trade both Bobby Wagner and Zach Ertz. Go ahead. We don't need those guys the rest of the year. Like, I'm not trying to throw shade on them. But we don't need those guys. We don't need anyone. Like, throw it out the window. We don't need these guys. Throw it out the window. I don't care. Trade everyone. Once again, Tress Way is the best player on our team. Sounds like 2022. Sounds like 2023. Right? That's what it sounds like. Tress Way MVP. It's funny, isn't it? Very funny. I'm cool with trading anyone not named Jayden Daniels. Yeah, exactly. That's my point. Anybody, let Tunsil go, let Debo go, let Terry go. Anybody that's not named Jayden Daniels, trade him away. Trade him away. Make sure y'all click the like button. If there's any new viewers in here or you just haven't hit the like button, make sure you go ahead and hit the like button in the stream. Let's try and reach 60 likes on the stream, y'all. Make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you're new around here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We're posting daily Commanders content on everything, covering everything. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Keep up the good work. Appreciate you, Colin. Thank you. They gave us a fake season, so why would we buy in and they would get the new stadium approved? The new stadium might fall down. Like, at this point, the new stadium might fall down. That's how cursed we are. I don't know. I'm probably just salty overthinking, but man, this season sucks. This is hard. This is the stuff you have to deal with, I guess. This is very hard. So don't let Trey Amos go. Yeah, obviously you're not letting any of the rookies go. I wouldn't imagine. So just subscribe. Hey, appreciate you, Danny. Glad to have you on board. Thank you for the new sub. Washington is my second favorite team. So who's your first favorite team? But I respect it. Joe Eagles. Fly Eagles fly. Much respect to JD5. Get well soon. Hey, thank you for that. Appreciate you for that. I'll be rooting against the Eagles this year, but appreciate you for that. letting left tackles go ain't gonna help anything. Um, what we're trying to do is we're just trying to get picks for next year. So yes, it is going to help the team in the long run. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, but I just want picks at this point. We only have six. I subbed you a while ago. Keep it up. Hey, thank you, man. Really appreciate you. Glad to have you on board as always. Appreciate you. This is my guy, Michael. Michael writes, honestly, we should consider trading Terry McLaurin if we can get a good price. Facts. Yeah. Again, I'm trading everyone but five. Poor production, injuries, and an expensive contract. He might not be useful next year, and we need draft picks for 2026. Yeah. And yeah, you're right. Like injuries ultimately, like injuries just he might be done. That might be his career. Injuries might have taken over his career. Chargers. Oh, okay. So how'd you feel when we beat the Chargers? But yeah, that's a good team. I love y'all's uniforms. So no. Who'd you trade Terry to the Jaguars? Like who would it be player for player? Um, you're not getting Brian Thomas Jr. out of Terry, so just picks, just picks. Again, I'm trying to stack up all the picks I can get right now. Just subscribe, keep up the good work. I appreciate you. Appreciate you for subscribing. Thank you very much for the new subscriber. Thank you. Glad to have you on board. No more players over 30 unless they were already here and productive. Yeah, you're getting younger guys. You just got to make this team younger and faster, and you're gonna do it through the draft. It has to be longer. Draft guys give you longer contracts, and they're younger players. It has to be through the draft. That's how you're gonna rebuild, and it's time to tear it down and rebuild. Everybody but five. I'm over Dan Quinn if I'm being honest. I'm not. Because again, people make mistakes. Dan Quinn is not a robot. Dan Quinn makes mistakes. It takes a real man to go up to the podium today and say that was 100% on me, right? It takes a man to do that. So I respect DQ for that. I respect DQ for that. I'm not over Dan Quinn. Obviously, I was last night. We all were over last night. We all were over Quinn last night, right? But right now, I think most of us have come to our senses. So, but I mean, I respect the opinion. You know, Joe Witt got to go. Yeah, he's going to go after this season. Yeah, they're not going to fire him in season. They're never going to do that again. We know this. They're loyal. It is what it is. What's that going to do now? What's firing him going to do now? You got to wait till after the season, and we have to be on the hunt for young, hungry defensive coordinators. I want a Robert Saleh type defensive coordinator. Like we gotta be on the hunt for one of those. And this Shanahan tree has been eating us up. I want a defensive coordinator who just doesn't get eaten up by the Shanahan tree as well. I agree. Time to clean house and get more draft cap for next season. Yeah, again, it's not a clean house. You're not going to clean the house. I still trust AP. I still trust DQ, but it's all about draft capital for next season. Got to make this team younger. Got to make this team faster. And you're going to do it through the draft. Again, longer contracts, younger players. You're going to do some of it through free agency, but you got to rebuild through the draft. Everybody but five. So, and I still do believe like Trey Amos from this year's draft. Connerly's very young. I feel like most of us have not given Connerly a fair shot yet. He has looked like trash, but he is still young, so what is he, 21? He might only be 20. So y'all want to talk free agency for next year? That'll be in the future. But yeah, that'll be in the future. We can do that later. But I want a new defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator. I'm glad DQ has taken accountability for that. Yeah. So, yeah, defensive coordinator. Obviously, I want a young, hungry defensive coordinator. I want a Robert Saleh type defensive coordinator. I want a great defensive coordinator, and we're gonna find that. But offensive coordinator, I don't know. I'm not over Cliff necessarily yet. We'll see how he finishes out the rest of the year. He's gonna have limited guys out there. Yeah, we'll see how he does the rest of the year. He's gonna have plenty of opportunities in college. I mean, he's gonna have LSU, and that's a big school. Possibly Florida State by the end of the year. He could have that opening. He wouldn't go to Virginia Tech, but he has Virginia Tech. There's so many openings for Cliff there. So, he could be gone after this year too. Keep Bill, he's good. Yeah, we'll see what he's a 7th round pick. So again, all these guys from this draft, keep them for now. Problem is that if he's the only weapon on the field, the other team sends like 3 guys to stop him. That's true. That's true. He's got to find a way to be creative, I guess. That's why he has not done so well. Yeah, teams have sort of figured him out a little bit. Peters can't draft. Ron Rivera 2.0. It's been a bad 2 years of drafting. It's certainly turned out that way because Samerstill has been a big bust. Bust. I'm over him. I'm over Samerstill. Most of his draft class has been bad, so I agree with that. I don't agree with the Ron Rivera 2.0 though. We're out of those days. Definitely need a new defensive coordinator for sure. Yeah, need a new defensive coordinator. Again, I don't care who that is. I just want a young defensive, hungry guy, right? Make sure y'all smash that like button. Let's get those likes up on the stream. Let's try and hit 60 likes in the stream. Click the like button if you're not done so. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If there's any new viewers in here, go ahead and subscribe. We're trying to reach 3,000 subscribers. So yeah. Nope, I know trash when I see it. Josh Connolly is trash. I respect that opinion. It's hard for me not to say he's trash at this point. I feel like there's time for him to improve. But you might be right. You might be right. So we'll see. We will see. Ultimately, if he works out, but he very well could be trash. So, it sucks. It sucks. I would have drafted somebody else, obviously. And at the time I was saying that, but we'll see. We'll see if he ultimately works out. Again, what is he, 20, 21? So he is very young. He has time to improve. So we'll see. But he has not been good this year, pretty much at all. He has had tough assignments too, though. Yes, same, but it's growing pains for Josh. He's a rookie to me. I would have traded up and get Joe Alt. Well, first off, that's not the same draft class. So, yeah, Joe Alt was a year ago. Connolly was this one. So, you're not going to do that. But, yeah, growing pains, something like that. So, yeah, I agree. But the reason we came on was because Frankie Luvu suspended for 1 game. This isn't a terrible situation, but it just sucks that we have to deal with this now. It sucks that we have to deal with this now. We're not going to get to see Frankie Luvu this Sunday. It literally sucks. But it is what it is. So that's going to do it for me. This was just a quick stream. Make sure y'all click the like button on the way out. Make sure y'all smash that subscribe button on the way out. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If any 50 of you in here right now are new to this channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Again, we are on the road to 3,000 subscribers on this channel. Click that subscribe button on the way out. Click that like button on the way out. And I will see you guys tomorrow for whatever content I'm going to decide to make tomorrow. Whatever news comes out tomorrow. Tomorrow's the trade deadline. So I possibly will have Commanders content on trades tomorrow. DQ will probably speak tomorrow as well. So make sure y'all click the like button on the way out. Make sure y'all click the subscribe button on the way out. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go watch this Cardinals and Dallas game. Hopefully Dallas loses this game, but we'll see. Hail to our Commanders as always.